Do you need to introduce us or anything?
I'm going to introduce. I introduce everybody in the beginning of the show, so this is just us going into the conversation.
This is just us talking.
This is just us talking.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for having both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank
This
you
is
guys.
the first time that we've set up 3 mics, so hopefully everything goes according to plan.
Blazing new trails.
Blazing new trails.
Shane came all the way from Nashville. I drove up from San Francisco, and
San Francisco.
Keith somehow made it all the way out here from his bedroom.
Actually, I woke up in this room because
Oh, yeah.
Shane's sleeping in my bedroom.
Yes,
You didn't even cross
I'm
it, yeah.
sleeping
So-
under.
I'm actually
Keith struggled to
sitting-
sit up this morning.
I'm sitting in the exact spot that I slept last night.
Playing Overwatch until all hours of the night.
Playing
What time did you go to
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
last night?
3, I think.
No, 3 was the night before. Last night was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a 1:30 night. It was
Yeah.
early. I could have kept going, but I didn't want to have happen what happened the night before. And it's only Overwatch because George won't let me play Zelda anymore.
Now, why
Well-
won't he let you play Zelda anymore, Keith?
Well-
Explain why.
Go ahead, Keith.
Because
Let's get this on record.
so I've been looking forward a long time to playing Breath of the Wild, and George is an avid Nintendo fan, and one of the only people I know who has a Switch. And
Booyah.
he, as I expected, he brought it up here, and he let me take a spin. Well, he showed it to me first. We
That's-
plugged it in. We got it
that's one
hooked
way
up
to
on the
put it.
projector.
Yeah.
Looks all nice, big, like 90 inches. And then he kind of like runs around the world so I can see how pretty it is. And he goes into some dungeons, and then like he's like, "Oh, let me go like find my horse. I need to like show you something." And so he like teleports somewhere, and he's at the top of a tower, and he like glides down using the glider, and like runs around for a bit, and then he's like, "Oh, I found it." And then he whistles, the horse comes running, gets on the horse, and then you can actually really like cover some ground. So he like shows me how to fight and everything, and then hands me the controller, like, give it a shot. Like, you want to take on this guy? And so it's really fun. It's a lot harder, just having great weapons and good armor doesn't get you very far in that game if you've never played before. So there's like a learning curve, but there's an incident.
An incident.
There's
Yep.
That's a good way
so
to put it.
you're supposed to explore and try things out in this game. It's all about kind of like immersing yourself in a world, and so George was like, "Hey, how about you go to those statues over there and check them out?" And so I see him off in the distance. I'm like, "Oh, cool, this is neat." And took my horse over and hopped off, and there were like little apples on the statues. I'm like, "Cool, so you can like get the apples and you can eat them later for health and stuff, cook them." And I was like, I wonder if I can crumble the statues. Maybe I can break them, because that's where I take things. Every time I see something nice, I just want to destroy it.
That's only natural.
Hmm. Yeah. So I took his sword out and I swung it at the statue, but he has like kind of a big swing arc, and the sword clipped his horse. And then the horse just falls over, and George is like stunned.
I was in shock.
Like literally, his hands were like gripping his hair, and he was staring at the screen like he didn't know what just happened. And he couldn't say anything. He was trying to, but he was just
I
like,
was speechless. I was in shock. I had no idea.
and so we're just looking at his dead horse on the ground, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. and then I later found out that he had named it.
What did you name it, George?
Wef.
Just
with,
so we can remember
a
it
lowercase,
fondly.
Lowercase WEFF. It's a name I came up with myself.
That's a very cute name.
Wef the horse.
Yeah.
A very
you know,
sad end.
grew up with this horse.
Yeah, I found out that he has 140 hours in the game so far, and this is like his 8th horse that he's had. So that's like almost, that's like what, 16 hours per horse.
I tamed
something
it.
like
We
that?
fought many battles together, and with one swift stroke, all of my memories. My relationship with this horse was just
everything.
thrown away.
He had some work done on him. My argument, though,
Over
is
like
that
that.
if it was such a great horse, why does it only take one swipe to kill?
That is a great point.
Because I was fighting some bees earlier, and it took quite a few strokes to
Well-
kill the bees. But apparently, just like clipping your horse just takes them out.
Well, he wasn't bred for
Battle.
strength, you know. He's more of a speed horse.
Yeah, he did
a
have good
fast-
stamina.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Wef.
Yeah, and then I thought we were good after that. We kind of like started talking
You
again.
put it. You threw it under the rug.
We threw it under the rug, and then,
So he thought.
but he still let me continue playing at least.
To his detriment.
To his detriment, because the next thing that I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's get this on record too. What did you do next?
This was
Keith?
the finishing touches to Keith's reign of terror.
He decided
wreaking havoc across Hyrule. Worse than Ganon.
Worse than Ganon. Wow. So he encouraged me to go check out one of the dungeon puzzles, and I went inside, and you walk up to the edge of a little platform. There's some water and like a floating thing that you have to get on, and some monsters like on other little islands. And so I'm like, oh, I know what to do here. I can pull my bow out and kill those guys so I can jump across. But then I pulled his sword out and threw it into the water. Because apparently the button right below the bow button is the throw your sword button. And so I threw the sword, it missed the enemy, bounced off a wall and sank to the bottom of this pit. And then he's like, oh, you could just use the magnet thing to get it back.
Literally twisting the blade. That's
And so you pull out the magnet thing and you look down and it turns out that the water's too deep. But you can see the sword, it's just laying there. It's probably still there. if you
just
were to
beyond
go
your
back.
reach.
Just out of reach. You can see it. It was a good one. So anyway, he won't let me play that anymore, so I'm back to Overwatch.